Good morning, and welcome to episode 79 of Getting Rich. I'm your host, Rich Checkan, president of Asset Strategies International, and today is Wednesday, June 29th, 2022. I gotta tell you, it seems like Groundhog Day all over again. If you remember that movie with Bill Murray where he kept waking up and it was Groundhog Day all over again, it seems like that's what's going on. I feel like a bit of a broken record. We see the stocks being the equities markets being very volatile right now, on their way to their worst year in quite some time. Right now, through nearly the end of the second quarter, we've got the Dow down about 15%. S&P 500 is down about 20%, and the NASDAQ, the high-flying NASDAQ, is down nearly 29%. At the same time, precious metals continue to be range-bound. We've seen a 0.5% drop in the gold price so far this year, an $8 swing from the end of last year to now. Silver has taken it on the chin a little bit more with its industrial leanings. That's a 10% loss so far for the year. Right now, according to studies, inflation is the number one concern of investors, followed by interest rates and the war going on in Ukraine with Russia and Ukraine. What is not really bothering investors is COVID. I think most folks have come to grips with the fact that this will be a part of our lives going forward. For me, the biggest fear is the weaponization of the US dollar and now the weaponization of gold. Over this past week, we've heard that the G7 is looking to ban Russian gold, keep Russia out of the gold market, cut off another avenue of finances for the Russians. We've already seen where they've cut ties to the US dollar. So as a result, we've seen Russia over the past week default on its sovereign debt for the first time since 1918. Now, I think that's a big headline, but it's a bunch of nothing because Russia has the money to pay. A true default means you can't pay. They can pay, we just won't let them pay. But Russia's defaulting, we're weaponizing the dollar, we're weaponizing gold. My concern is the unintended consequences of those two actions going forward, driving other nations away from dollar reserves because of their concern that they could potentially, for some tiff with the US in the future, be cut off from the global economy. Amidst all of this backdrop, we continue to see the US dollar holding strong as a safe haven choice. We continue to see oil staying up there. We continue to see gold doing its job, despite what a lot of people believe. It is doing its job, down 0.5% on the year, holding steady as a safe haven flow, even though the dollar is strong. As a result, Goldman Sachs is out with their forecast. They've revised where they think gold will be by the end of the year. They think it's going to be up, $2,500 an ounce is where they think it's going to be. That's what, $600-700 an ounce from where we are now. Let's look at the prices over the past week. Gold is at $1821.70. It's down 0.5% from $1831.40 last week. Silver down 2.5% to $20.92 from $21.47. Platinum is down 1/5% to $9.39 from $9.41, just $2. And palladium is up 2.5% to $2,018 an ounce from $1,966 an ounce. With silver falling further than gold, the gold-silver ratio is up to 87:49. Again, screaming buy signal for gold and silver at that level. And the US dollar is virtually unchanged, down 2 cents to 104.52. As everything continues to unfold, as we continue to wrestle with inflation, interest rates, the war in Ukraine, etc., I still see gold as one of your strongest potential safe havens and allies for a strong portfolio. I suggest you seriously consider buying some here. Take advantage of these low prices, especially since we're starting to see premiums come down a little bit too. As we move into this long Independence Day holiday weekend, we'll be off Monday, spending time with our families. We wish you the very best holiday, celebrating our nation's independence with your family, and we look forward to seeing you next week with Getting Rich. In the meantime, subscribe and like us on YouTube. Send us your comments and questions. Subscribe to our social media and our newsletters at Information Line and Ask Always Something Interesting. And please don't ever forget that getting rich starts with keeping what's yours.